Hi folks, it's Cian here, and today for 30 Days Wild, I am going on a little sycamore adventure. So I'm going to go and look for some sycamores nearby and to see if I can find out some interesting facts about this tree that we probably don't think about too much in this part of the world. As you can see, I've packed my various wildlife books in case I have any other encounters along the way as well. Well, the first thing that happened as soon as I got outside was I was distracted by something that is not, in fact, a sycamore, though it does look a little bit like one. This is a Norway Maple. It's closely related to the sycamore, and this was introduced from Northern Europe in about the 1600s to Ireland and Britain. It does look similar to a sycamore. The leaves are palmate with 5 lobes, but they're often thin and the ends are quite pointy, and it's quite reminiscent of the leaf that you'll see on a Canadian flag. It also comes with the famous helicopter seeds. The technical term for these are sycamores, but on this tree, the Norway Maple, they're at a wide open angle, almost at 180 degrees. There are also interesting coloured ornamental variants of this tree, with names such as the Royal Red or the Crimson King, though they can both be quite a deep purple. This is a forest bug I found living on the Norway Maple. It's a type of shield bug, and this one is a nymph, a young version, so it doesn't have exactly the same patterns on the wing case you would expect from a grown-up. I actually had to walk a little further on to find an actual sycamore. Now, this is a true sycamore. Again, palmate leaves with 5 lobes, but the leaves themselves are usually a bit thicker and more leathery, and they have a larger amount of small little points or teeth around the perimeter of the leaf. One of the interesting things about sycamore is the origins of it in this part of the world are not exactly known. There is some evidence that it might have come over to Britain as early as Roman times, though most people seem to accept a date sometime in the 1400s. Now, some aspects of this tree have made it not popular over the last few decades. When the leaves fall in autumn, they tend to turn into a nasty muck on the ground, and compared to lots of other true native trees, it hosts rather a lower number of insects in its leaves. It can be considered an invasive, a lot of ecologists do, but I think it's fair to say it's a rather slow invasive. The wings on the sycamores of the true sycamore are at a much more narrow angle than of the Norway Maple. So whether or not you consider this to be a quote-unquote native tree has largely been something of a personal issue, with differences among gardeners, ecologists and just enthusiasts of nature. The sycamore is of course home to the sycamore aphid, a small insect which lays eggs on the underside of sycamore leaves, and they hatch in spring at the same time as the new leaves coming out, very cleverly providing them with a source of food. One interesting thing about this bug is that they tend to space themselves out evenly on the leaves, forming interesting patterns like this. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more 30 Days Wild adventures.